Oz messed up big time in his attempts to gain control over Gotham City, but that might be a good thing. Welcome to Haynes for Heroes, I'm Alex Haynes, and if there's a movie or TV show about superheroes, you know I'm all over it. And I'm all over episode 5 of The Penguin, where Oz is at his lowest, but I think that's where he'll find success. Make sure you stay to the end where I discuss a potential threat to the Penguin that's even worse than the other crime families. Spoilers ahead. Starting off, Oz bit off a bit more than he can chew. Like, I'll give some credit though, like sending an assassin to kill Salvatore Maroni while Oz is barbecuing his wife and son was, a smart move crime-wise. But unfortunately his assassin sucked, and now Maroni is alive and well and seeking vengeance. And then Oz's second mistake was underestimating Sophia's chances for taking over her family. Not only did Sophia take out pretty much her whole family, but she was also able to quickly gain the respect and loyalty of the serving gang members. Side note, I'm so relieved that Sophia took out Johnny Vitti, because as soon as he started with that sob story about her mother and how he wants to help Sophia as a way to make up for letting her mother die, I was like, no, he's starting to take advantage of that good-natured soul that's still inside of her. But Sophia was quick to prove to me that that good side of her died years ago in Arkham, and now there's only the Hangman, and she just popped his head open. I was like, oh my gosh, she ain't playing no more. But now Sophia has full control over the Falcone family, changing the name to Gigantes. So now Oz has not one, but two powerful crime families gunning for his head. But do you know what's worse than having two groups of people wanting to kill you? Those two groups joining forces to kill you. Now pretty much every gangster in Gotham is going to be trying to murder Oz. Like, he has nothing left in terms of support except for Victor, 3 dudes I forgot the name of, and his mama. So things are looking pretty awful for him. But I strongly believe in the phrase pressure makes diamonds, and it's within this failure of Oz is where I believe is the true path to victory. Firstly, he's in Crown Point, the worst neighborhood in Gotham. It's where people are forgotten. The Gigantes and Maronis are not going to think to look for him there, so that gives Oz time and space to plan his next move. There's also a bunch of desperate people living in Crown Point that are ripe for Oz to manipulate the same way that he does to Victor, so he has access to a potential army. He especially has access to dangerous people like Squid, that one guy who Victor is afraid of, because in the comics, Squid is known to be a crime boss, so you know he's gonna do something big in this series. Another thing, Oz still has the Bliss drug, so he has a way to build up his own fortune, but most importantly, he has access to the underground tunnels, where he can safely make the drugs and most likely distribute them across Gotham without the Gigante-Maroni alliance knowing about it. From Crown Point, Oz is going to become a menace to society and grow his influence and power in a way that the alliance won't be able to contend with. I mean, this series is called The Penguin. We know he's gonna win eventually. But there is still potentially one large issue with Oz's current predicament. Oz is not the only one in Gotham that uses the underground tunnel system, and this other person is much, much worse than the Gigantes or the Maronis. I'm of course talking about Batman. In the movie, Batman uses the underground tunnels to get to the Batcave, and heaven forbid if one of Oz's henchmen accidentally stumbles upon Batman in these tunnels, it's GG's everyone. Now, we were told that Batman is not going to be in this series, and for the most part I believe that, but I still think that in the final scene of the final episode, Batman is going to show up and encounter Oz and his henchmen, and he's going to beat the holy cannoli out of them. But with these tunnels, we're going to be led into the next Batman movie. Penguin's going to officially start his rivalry with Batman, and it's going to be glorious. But what did you think of episode 5 of The Penguin? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, do a drive-by on that like button and then click on the boxes right here, and I'll see you in a bit.